All right. What a great weekend of fights. I have not actually done my post-fight review on Spence Porter yet, so we're going to do that now. And in short, Errol Spence Jr. proved that he is the truth. But he did make an admission about his training in between camps that I think are very interesting. So let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Also, thank you so much to my supporters that watch the videos to the end. Let me know their opinion of the questions that I asked towards the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for your support and taking out the time to listen to the channel. Also, thank you to everybody that comes to the live streams, especially OG Boxing Talk with my co-host, Blood Boxing, the great Blood Boxing, KQKC Boxing, Kurt Anderson on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Also, thank you to everybody that supports the channel on the finance, business, and politics over on Patreon. Now, incredible fight, one of the best fights that I've seen in a very, very long time. Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. I was nervous the whole time leading into the fight, right? I finally did a prediction. I was like, okay, maybe a late stoppage, in between 9 and 11, something like that. But I just think it's going to be a really rough and rugged fight. Shawn Porter is just not an easy out, man. He makes shit really, really tough. He's very, very crafty. And he's got a lot of determination. And my hat goes off. If I had a hat, my hat would go off to Shawn Porter. Man, that dude, man, he's the meat and potatoes of the welterweight division. And definitely one of the reasons the welterweight division is man, so deep, right? So deep with talent. And my hat goes off to him. However, he lost that fight. Okay. And I'm not into this moral victory stuff. All right. I'm not into moral victories. I'm not into giving people wins and diminishing people's wins when they won the fight. Errol Spence Jr. had a tough fight with Shawn Porter. Errol Spence Jr. won that fight. He dropped him when he needed it, and he pulled out the fight. Same thing that I would say, and and see, this is where my Terrence Crawford fans out there, and you know who you are. We friends, man. We talk about it. We talk about it in different live streams, different stuff like that. When I go to your live streams, you come to mine. We talk about it. But here's the thing, man. Let's not be hypocritical here. Let's not be hypocritical. Deontay Wilder successfully defended his title against Tyson Fury. And he did so because in the 12th round, he dropped him. He dropped Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, because he got dropped, one of those scorecards shifted from a win for Tyson Fury to a draw, which made that fight a draw. Deontay Wilder successfully defends his title, and he's champion to this day. So, and that did not diminish Deontay Wilder. Same thing with Errol Spence Jr. in this fight. Errol Spence Jr. had a hard time with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter was tricky. Shawn Porter takes a really good shot. Shawn Porter hit Errol Spence Jr. with some kind of blind left hooks that really landed flush, snapped Errol Spence's head back. Errol Spence Jr.'s, the side of his head looked swollen. At the end of the fight, Errol Spence Jr. looked like he had been in a fight, for sure. But so did Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's head was getting snapped back every round. Straight left hands right down the middle. Whole lot of very solid body shots. Also, a fair amount of hip shots. A fair amount of low blows. No doubt about it. I will give that. There were those blows from Errol Spence Jr. were definitely swinging low. Hey, but there's a ref, Jack Reese, and that's for him to call. However, I will say that when you try to get up underneath a guy who is trying to put his head on your chest and known for bumping your head, Errol Spence Jr. had to get lower than a guy that was that low. I thought he actually did a real excellent job. One of the things that I liked that Errol Spence did in that fight is when he fought on the inside, he was able actually to keep his head in the chest of Shawn Porter, stay up underneath Shawn Porter, who's much smaller than him, and go to the body. But just like Deontay Wilder, in the, I think it was the 11th round, pop goes the weasel. Boop. Down goes Porter. Down goes Porter. Down goes Porter. And Errol Spence Jr. pulls out the fight. That's what it is. Hats go off to both of those dudes, and no excuses. Errol Spence Jr. is no excuses if he loses, no excuses if he wins. I see a lot of people trying to steal this man's victory, just like they tried to steal a victory for Mikey Garcia. You couldn't stop a lightweight. You couldn't even drop a lightweight. Well, this fight, he dropped a welterweight. Okay? He dropped a welterweight. No, he didn't drop the guy that moved up from lightweight, but he dang sure dropped the guy that was at 147 pounds, Sean Porter, who is, although he's a short or a diminutive as far as height goes at 147, is known to have a very sturdy chin and is very difficult to hurt. Errol Spence Jr. managed to do that. So give the man his credit. Now, I will say this. Because this is something that Errol Spence Jr. said, and this is the second time Errol Spence Jr. alluded to this, and it's the second fight in a row that he alluded to this blowing up in weight, blowing up 25 pounds in between fights. That's going to be an issue, man, if he's going to stay at 154 pounds, if he doesn't get that, if he doesn't somehow, some way get that portion of it together. Because if he's spending a lot of time just trying to lose weight, run and lose weight to get his weight back down, then he's not focusing on getting stronger and doing those type of things. And that's something, that I would not just speculate that that's the issue, that is an issue, or that, let me put it that way, that it can be an issue for him, because it hasn't been one since he won. In boxing, for real, it's a zero-sum game. It's a zero-sum game unless it was a draw, right? But zero-sum, you gonna win or you lose. And he won, so he accomplished his mission. He's on to the next. I would like to see him, though, not have, if that issue is one time, right? If it was an issue one time, okay, you recognize it, you try to fix it. Now, it happened again. So now that it's happened again, you got to make sure that you fix it for the next time, because 1, 2, 3, 3 strikes, you're out, right? That'll be if you can't train and you can't focus on getting stronger, whatever the things that he would be doing if he wasn't losing weight. You can't keep putting himself in a hole like that. However he solves that problem, he has a problem he probably needs to solve. That, still, Errol Spence Jr. put on a fantastic performance in my eyes. What he did was, and actually in your eyes too, it ain't just my eyes. You guys were sitting on the edge of your seat. You guys were thoroughly entertained. And this is what I like that Errol Spence Jr. did. I like that he went and he kept his word. He tried to knock out Sean Porter. He went at Sean Porter from round 1 to round 12. Errol Spence Jr. was pushing the fight, going to Terrence Crawford, trying to get Terrence Crawford out of there. Trying to get Sean Porter out of there. If he was able to succeed and actually knock him out, yeah, that would have been great. That would have been, he would have accomplished his mission. He didn't accomplish that mission, but what he did was he didn't make it some tricky boxing match, right? And he didn't wind up being in a situation like Ugas was in the fight before that, because Sean is fast. I mean, that's one thing Sean Porter has shown in the fight with Danny Garcia. He's shown that in the fight with Ugas, and he showed that in the fight with Errol Spence Jr. That dude's got really fast hands, and he's very athletic and very shifty. So there's no guarantee that Errol Spence just would have been able to stick a jab, just keep a jab on him and not made anything of it, because there's a little bit of Henry Armstrong in Sean Porter. Sean Porter can get up underneath those jabs and get in your chest. And he's, like I said, when I name all these championship fights he's already had, he's good at doing that. By pushing the fight at him and taking the fight to him, that was taken out of the equation, and it just became a war. And both those guys have that dynamic to their game, that battle tactic, right? And it was just a battle of the two of them. for the whole time, and it made for an exciting fight. And Errol Spence Jr. got the best of it. I thought Errol Spence Jr. landed the more effective, more consistently landed the cleaner, crisper shots throughout the fight. Now he definitely got caught with some big shots. I think he might have got buzzed once or twice. But hey, man, he went to war with Sean Porter. Sean Porter is that type of guy, man. He's that good a fighter. So my hat goes off to both of these guys, but my hat goes right back on my head for people that are trying to steal the victory from Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. ain't got to be a boogeyman anymore. He's the champion. He ain't the boogeyman. He's the unified champion. People ain't afraid to fight him anymore because they're going to get paid. They have something. They were afraid to fight him before because they're like, fighting him, losing to him is going to keep me from getting a shot at this title and getting this money. Of course, now they're going to want to fight the guy that, even though if they lose this is a guy on pay-per-view. He's the champ, right? So they're not going to go other ways unless maybe they're a Manny Pacquiao or a Terrence Crawford's promoter named Bob Arum. And that's a stick in your eye. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.